If I have to read about yet another entitled bride bitching and moaning about how her bridesmaids don't like the style of dress she's chosen for them, or the colour, or how much skin it shows, or the bridesmaids haven't ordered it when she told them to, I'm going to scream. While I can't pinpoint exactly when the whole bridesmaid train got off the tracks, to be fair, it's probably been over the span of about the last 50 years, I can't stay silent about what a jaw-dropping waste of energy, time, money and resources it is to be focused on such trivial aspects of a wedding day, let alone the friendships that are ripped to pieces when people don't see eye to eye. As I will always advocate, you can have whatever the hell you want for your wedding, and I would never say that all tradition has to be scrapped for all time. But it has to be worth it. So today I'm going to teach you about where this tradition comes from in the first place and why bridesmaids are generally expected to wear the same outfit, and then share my 7 compelling reasons why you might want to stop expecting your bridesmaids to wear the same dress. Whew! Let's get stuck into it. Unbridely is a community of pro-wedding vendors who believe in freedom and integrity in weddings, giving you options, solutions, tips and tricks to create the experience and memories that you and your fiancé really want and deserve. Because we believe that weddings are a team sport. With how-tos, stories and interviews with recently married couples, we find out what went right and what they'd change if they could go back and do it all over again. I'm Camille and welcome to the Unbridely podcast. There is a fair bit of history that has brought us to today and the tradition of all bridesmaids wearing the same outfit. This tradition has deep roots, and understanding its origins can give us some valuable insights into why it might be time to reconsider how well the custom works for us in this day and age. Back in the times of ancient Rome, and we're talking around 625 BC to around 476 BC, a bride would be surrounded by her bridesmaids, and they would all be dressed, not just the bridesmaids, but the bride too, in similar attire. But why? Well, in ancient Roman culture, it was believed that evil spirits were particularly interested in brides. To protect the bride, her bridesmaids would dress similarly, creating a sort of protective shield to confuse these malevolent beings. The idea was that if everyone looked alike, the evil spirits wouldn't know who the bride was, which keeps her safe from harm. And in fact, the idea of bridesmaids being social peers wasn't always the case, and there are some biblical anecdotes that suggest that bridesmaids were in fact just the bride's servants or handmaidens. If we fast forward to medieval and Renaissance times, we see another interesting twist on this tradition, because during this time bridesmaids were dressed similarly to the bride, not to ward off spirits this time, but to protect against more tangible threats like kidnappers and robbers. Yeah, I'm actually being serious, because weddings during the feudal period could be tumultuous events, and having a group of bridesmaids dressed like the bride was a way to safeguard her from being targeted. It was all about safety in numbers and creating confusion to deter potential enemies and kidnappers. Now, by the time the Victorian era came around from the early 1800s, the tradition of matching bridesmaids' dresses took on yet another new meaning. This was a time when there was great emphasis on social class and wealth, so bridesmaids' matching outfits became a symbol of uniformity, of elegance, and social standing because, of course, only the rich and powerful could afford anything more than their Sunday best. The more elaborate and coordinated the bridesmaids' dresses, the more it reflected the family's affluence and their ability to host a grand event. It was much less about protection and more about presentation, showcasing the bride's social circle in the best possible light. And now let's jump to modern times. The tradition of bridesmaids wearing matching dresses has been largely shaped by fashion trends and the commercial bridal industry. With the rise of bridal magazines to Hollywood movies, the influence of fashion designers, social media has had a huge impact, and the image of a perfectly coordinated wedding party has become ingrained in Western wedding culture. Matching dresses are marketed as a way to achieve a polished, picture-perfect look. So your bridal stores and your designers, they have capitalised on this, and they offer a plethora of matching dress options to fit any wedding theme. And this is where my argument really gets its legs. Does keeping this tradition, and in most cases expecting the bridesmaids to fork out the cash to adhere to this tradition, really work for anyone today? Personally, and in my experience of 16 years as a celebrant, and before that in hospitality, in wedding event management, I've watched these weddings. I don't think it works at all, and I would love to share with you why. Here are my 7 compelling reasons why you might want to stop expecting your bridesmaids to wear the same dress. Trust me, there are some game-changing insights here, so I don't want to muck around. Reason number 1 is you are respecting your family and friends' personal style. Have you ever had a job where you've been required to wear a uniform? Yes, you've got the job, congratulations, and this is what you have to wear. The first job that I ever had was at McDonald's. And the uniform was, let's just say, not what rock star wannabe 15-year-old Camille identified with. And whenever I put on that tennis visor and navy polyester ensemble, I felt invisible and like a faceless minion. Every bridesmaid is unique with her own fashion sense and style preferences. By allowing them to choose their own dresses, you're giving them the freedom to express their individuality. This not only makes them feel more comfortable, but also ensures that everyone looks and feels their best on your big day. Just imagine the confidence boost when each bridesmaid knows she looks stunning in an outfit that she loves. Reason number 2, the comfort and confidence. I know you've experienced what it's like when you're physically uncomfortable in whatever you're wearing, because there is nothing more distracting and nothing that makes you want to get out of wherever you're meant to be quicker. Let's be real. One outfit, one dress style, it doesn't really matter what it is. One size does not fit all. Different body types, heights, and personal comfort levels mean that what looks great on one bridesmaid might not be the best choice for another. By letting your bridesmaids pick their own dresses, you make sure that each one of them feels confident and comfortable, which will shine through on your wedding photos and throughout the day, and make sure that they stay there with you until the very end because they're comfortable enough to do so. If you had a sweary, chocolate-addicted, wine-sipping fairy godmother who could help you with your wedding planning, what would you wish for? Perhaps no more waking up in the middle of the night in a cold sweat, wondering what you've forgotten, or fretting about your RSVPs. Maybe no more spreadsheets or post-it notes or endless to-do lists. Well, I can help you with all of that. Wedsites is an Australian wedding website builder, guest management software, and wedding project planner all in one. Why is this such a game changer for you? Well, imagine everything to do with your wedding being in one place, updated in real time in the cloud, shareable to anyone else that's helping you, password protected for your guests, with notifications to tell you what needs to be done next and by when. It's amazing, right? I love how easy Wedsites is to set up and use, and how there are no ads on the platform yelling at you to spend more money on your wedding. To get started on your very own free wedding website, just head to wedsites.com. That's wedsites.com bridesmaids.com and enter the code UNBRIDELYPOD, that's Unbridely POD, to get 10% off their paid planning tools. The link is in the show notes. Reason number 3 is the budget-friendly aspect. In case you haven't received the memo, for 90% of us at least, we're in a cost of living crisis. And just like you're having to make hard decisions on your guest list, your flower choices, or your honeymoon plans, your bridesmaids are also making tough decisions about what they can afford and what they truly value spending their money on. And I want you to hear me really clearly on this. Your family member or friend's willingness or lack thereof to drop cash on the bridesmaid outfit that you have chosen and deemed necessary for your special day does not equate to their love for you. I'm going to say that one again. Your family member or friend's willingness or lack thereof to drop cash on the bridesmaid outfit that you have chosen and deemed necessary for your special day does not equal their love for you. They can still love you and support you to the ends of the earth and not want to put a dress in front of their mortgage payments, their electricity bill, or their vacation. Because we all know that matching dresses, and in fact any dresses, any outfit, it doesn't have to be a dress. New clothes can be expensive. And not all of your bridesmaids may be in the position to spend a lot or anything on a dress they might only wear once. So allowing them to choose their own attire can help them find options that fit within their budget, making it more inclusive and a much more considerate choice. Or maybe they could have something hanging in their wardrobe right now that would be perfect. Reason number 4, practicality and reusability. When bridesmaids choose their own dresses, their own outfits, their own suits, jumpsuits, whatever, they are more likely to pick something they can wear again. This promotes sustainable fashion choices and makes sure that the outfits won't just gather dust in the back of their wardrobe after your wedding. It's a win-win for both your bridesmaids and our planet. Reason number 5, the fit and flattery. Each bridesmaid has a unique body shape. You know, you might have a little extra in your boobs, in your shoulders, in your butt, in the length of your legs. A one-style-fits-all approach never works well for you. And here's your news flash. It's not going to work well for your bridesmaids. So allowing them to choose dresses that flatter their individual figures can make them feel more at ease, look their best again. A well-fitted dress is always more flattering, and happy, confident bridesmaids will add to the joy of your special day. Reason number 6 is having your bridesmaids choose what they bloody well want. I'm not saying they should be able to rock up in a little dinosaur onesie, but if you just give them a colour palette, if you just give them a dress code, it could be all that it takes, because believe it or not, varied outfits can add depth and visual interest to your wedding photos. A coordinated colour palette with different styles can create a much more dynamic and appealing look than identical dresses. Because unless your bridesmaids are one of those models that were wearing the tight black dresses in the Robert Palmer music video Addicted to Love, you are happy to showcase their personalities while maintaining a cohesive theme. And reason number 7 of why you should maybe rethink having your bridesmaids all wearing exactly the same thing is you hand them empowerment and appreciation. Giving your bridesmaids the freedom to choose their own dresses or outfits shows that you value their opinions and you respect their individuality. It's a gesture that can strengthen your relationships and ensure your bridesmaids feel appreciated and valued. After all, they are your closest friends and family, and their happiness and comfort should be a top priority for you too, right? So there you have it, one of my favourite rants of all time. 7 compelling reasons to reconsider the tradition of matching bridesmaids' dresses by embracing not only your individuality and flexibility, but also your wedding parties. You can create a more inclusive, stylish, and memorable wedding experience for everyone involved. And just to recap, the 7 reasons why I believe you should rethink the expectations around what bridesmaids wear are: number 1, respecting personal style; number 2, comfort and confidence; number 3, the budget angle; number 4, practicality and reusability, our planet; number 5, fit and flattery; number 6, an enhanced wedding aesthetic; and number 7, empowerment and appreciation of the people who are closest to you. And while I'm very serious about my rant, I understand that other people have different opinions, different points of view, and different ways of coming at this. And, for some people, they might choose to have bridesmaids who are pretty much uniform. And that's their vision. That's what they want. That's what they've always seen in their mind's eye. And good on you, mate. Do you. That's the main thing that I'm encouraging here. So tell me what your thought process was. Tell me why you've decided to do that. You can DM me on Instagram at Unbridely, UNBRIDELY, Unbridely. Or you could just drop me an email, hello@unbridely.com. Tell me what you did. Tell me what you're thinking about. I'd love to have a chat with you, and I'll be back next week. That about wraps it up for this episode of the Unbridely podcast. For the links and resources we mentioned, please head to the show notes. And if you love the show, please review and subscribe on the podcast platform you're on now so you don't miss out on a single episode. Thanks so much for listening. And remember, weddings are a team sport. Catch you soon.